Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're talking about something we all experience, yet often struggle to discuss openly: grief. In our fast-paced American culture, it often feels like we're expected to just get over it, put on a brave face, and move on. But what happens when we go beyond that mask? What does navigating the real, messy, emotional landscape of loss actually look like? Let's be honest, there's this unspoken pressure, right? We see it in movies, we hear it in casual conversations. Stay strong, time heals all wounds. They're in a better place. While often well-intentioned, these phrases can sometimes feel like a dismissal of our pain. They can make us feel like we need to hide our tears, to pretend we're okay when we're falling apart inside. This pressure to perform strength can be incredibly isolating. It creates a grief mask, a facade that we wear to meet societal expectations. But underneath, we're dealing with a storm of emotions. It's exhausting, and frankly, it's not healthy. So, what are we really feeling behind that mask? Grief isn't a straight line. It's a tangled web of emotions. One day, you might feel a deep, heavy sadness, a sense of emptiness that seems to color the whole world gray. The next, you might be hit by a wave of anger. Anger at the situation, at the unfairness of it all, maybe even at the person you lost. And then there's guilt. The what-ifs and if-onlys can play on a loop in our minds, making us question every decision, every word said or unsaid. And let's not forget the surprising moments of numbness, where you feel disconnected, like you're watching your life from a distance. All of these feelings, sadness, anger, guilt, confusion, even relief, are normal. They are all valid parts of the grieving process. There is no right way to feel. One of the biggest myths about grief is that it follows a neat, predictable path, like the famous 5 stages: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. While this model can be helpful for identifying what we're feeling, it was never meant to be a rigid roadmap. Your journey is unique. You might bounce between stages, skip some entirely, or revisit them years later. I once had a friend who told me she felt a sense of acceptance very early on, but then a year later, she was hit with profound anger. Grief is more like a spiral or a maze than a linear path. The key is to allow yourself to feel whatever comes up without judgment. Don't compare your process to anyone else's. Your timeline is your own. So, how do we begin to navigate this difficult terrain in a healthier way? The first step is acknowledging and accepting your feelings. Give yourself permission to be not okay. It's okay to cry in the car. It's okay to be unproductive for a day. It's okay to say no to social events. Creating a safe space for your grief is crucial. This could be a physical space, like a quiet corner in your home, or a designated time, like a daily walk where you just let your thoughts flow. Maybe it's journaling, painting, or listening to music that matches your mood. The goal is to stop fighting the feelings and instead create room for them to exist. This act of self-compassion is the foundation for healing. Healing doesn't happen in a vacuum. We are social creatures, and connection is one of our most powerful tools. But reaching out can feel terrifying. We worrying about being a burden or saying the wrong thing. Start small. Talk to one trusted friend or family member. You don't have to have a perfectly structured conversation. Simply saying, "I'm having a really hard day," can open the door. And if you're the one supporting someone who is grieving, remember that listening is often more valuable than talking. Ask open-ended questions like, "How are you doing today?" And be prepared to sit with them in their silence or their tears. Sometimes just showing up is the most important thing you can do. In our culture, rituals are often confined to the immediate aftermath of a loss, like a funeral or memorial service. But creating your own personal, ongoing rituals can be incredibly healing. It's about finding ways to maintain a bond and honor your loved one's memory. This could be cooking their favorite meal on their birthday. It could be visiting a place you both loved. Maybe you can light a candle for them each evening or create a memory box filled with photos and keepsakes. One person I know plants a new flower in her garden every year on the anniversary of her father's passing. These small acts of remembrance keep the connection alive and transform grief into a practice of love and honor. It says you are still important. You are not forgotten. Sometimes our own support system isn't enough, and that is completely okay. Seeking professional help is a sign of immense strength, not weakness. Grief counselors, therapists, and support groups offer a specialized, non-judgmental space to process your experience. A therapist can provide you with tools and coping strategies tailored to your specific needs. Support groups are powerful because they connect you with others who truly understand what you're going through. Hearing someone else voice the exact same feelings you thought were yours alone can be incredibly validating and can break through the profound sense of isolation. If you're struggling, please consider reaching out. It can make all the difference. As time passes, grief changes. The intense, all-consuming pain often softens. It doesn't disappear, but it integrates into the fabric of who you are. Finding meaning after loss isn't about replacing what was lost, but about growing around the grief. For some, this might mean volunteering for a cause related to their loss. For others, it could be a newfound appreciation for life and a reprioritization of what truly matters. Maybe it's discovering a new strength or resilience you never knew you had. It's about slowly, gently learning to carry the loss with you as you move forward. The scar remains, but it becomes a part of your story, a testament to the love that was and still is. Living with grief means accepting that it will be a lifelong companion, but its presence will change. There will be days, weeks, even months where it rests quietly in the background. Then, an old song, a specific smell, or an anniversary might bring it rushing back to the forefront. And that's okay. It's not a setback. It's a reminder of the deep connection you shared. The goal is not to get over grief, but to learn to live with it, to let it coexist with joy, with new experiences, and with hope. It's about building a life that honors your past while embracing your future. Thank you so much for joining me for this important conversation today. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe for more content on navigating life's challenges. Remember, you are not alone in this. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video.